Hello, dear Libras. Welcome to my channel for astrology called Todayenergy. My name is Michaela, and in this video, we will do the April monthly forecast for you, Sun, Moon, and Rising Libras. The month is interesting, definitely, at the very least to say. We have two new moons. One of them is a solar eclipse. We have the magical conjunction of Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces. And at the end of the month, Pluto goes retrograde. So it is a mixed bag of different energies, some of them more intense, some of them more karmic events, but also we hope for the support of the universe. And of course, it's important for us to keep the faith. Now, the month starts with the 1st of April, the new moon, new month, new moon at 11 degrees of Aries. And that's for you, your 7th house. Really, new moons bring new opportunities, especially for fresh starts and new beginnings. You will feel it the most if your ascendant-descendant line is around 11 degrees of Aries. And it's going to be about your relationships with the world. How do you build and see relationships? Maybe some new person comes to your life, a future good friend, consultant, partner, soulmate. For some Libras, it might mean engagements, marriages, some new stage in your already existing relationships starts. As well, really, it can be as personal as business relationships. So business partners might come, some new possibilities for contract signing, deals, striking. Clients might come as well. On the 3rd, we have it's important night, actually, Bulgarian time, because I'm based in Sofia, Bulgaria, so Eastern European time, from 10 in the evening on the 2nd of April to 7:30 in the morning on the 3rd. It's the exact conjunction of Mercury and the Sun. Now, normally when, ancient astrologers believed when a planet transits too close to the sun, the planet doesn't feel very well because it's burned by the rays of the sun, by the strong energy of our brightest star. But there is this special moment when the planet is exactly in the middle of the sun, in the center from our earthly perspective, and that moment is called Cazimi. So Mercury is about communication, thinking processes, planning, studying, and it might be really, those might be really insightful hours of genius thoughts, news, insights coming to us, whether in our sleep, if it's going to be night time for you as well, or if we meditate a little bit, like clear our minds before we go to bed on the 2nd, if we write down again our wishes like we usually do on new moons, but more in a sense of like planning, you know, more kind of realistically, maybe even step by step. So there might be some really genius solutions coming to us. On the 5th, Mars conjuncts Saturn at 22 degrees of Aquarius. Now, Mars rules your partners, so they might feel a bit drained of energy this day because Saturn can just tire people because of all the responsibility it puts on their shoulders. But at the same time, Saturn might, you know, cool down the hot-headedness of your personal or business partners and ask them to think more long-term and be more like mature and serious. So that's how your partners can feel like, or just burdened by responsibilities. This happens actually in your 5th house, which is about romantic relationships, and this conjunction might introduce the topic. So what are we doing here? Are we getting like serious, engaged? Are we thinking about maybe children? Or maybe it's going to be just a separation. 5th house is also about your business, so you might have some serious business ideas, or turning your hobby into a business, because Mars brings the ambition and the drive, and Saturn gives the endurance and really seriousness and long-term planning. So that could be a good thing for, especially for a business, or any projects and ideas related to your children. The same day, your planet Venus goes into Pisces. So for about a month, you are soaking this Piscean energies while this transit goes on. So you will become even more romantic, charitable, compassionate, dreamy, spiritual, all these Piscean qualities. For you, this ingress is about your 6th house of work, of routine, and of health. So Venus, first of all, be careful with sweets and sugar, not to overindulge yourself with those, but Venus can introduce you to some pleasant, healthy exercises or diet, which can be not like torturing you, but actually you will enjoy it, like it, as well as work projects with Venus in your 6th house can be rather lucrative, bring some nice income, money. You can do it with friends or meet friends amongst your colleagues and employees, possibly. Some people can come to help in your house chores, like assisting personnel for your home, possibly. A nice sweet time with your pets or getting a pet. On the 11th, Mercury goes into Taurus. For you, that's 8th house. So there might be a lot of negotiations with your intimate partner about your passive or shared finances and resources. Maybe it's going to be negotiations with banks or government for some financial support, loans, credits. Maybe it's getting payoffs from your investments. Also, it can be really talking about children getting pregnant, some maybe researchers doing, about your health. 8th house represents psychology, emotions, esoterics. So you might study some astrology or tarot, or have some consultations with a psychologist, for example, because 8th house is about deep inner transformations and often about crisis situations. So it's good to really talk with someone who could help you pass through such periods. On the 12th, the both rulers of Pisces, Jupiter and Neptune, conjunct in the 23rd degree of Pisces. That's a magical time, really. I have a whole video recorded only exclusively about this conjunction, because it's one in a lifetime we won't witness. Second Neptune Jupiter conjunction in Pisces. Those planets both are optimistic. They don't know any limitations. So I hope they will bring only positive things, like blessings from the universe. And for you, it's your 6th house of work and health. So really expansion, a lot of work, possibly a lot of suddenly new employees, maybe working abroad, international project, or working in something regarding legal matters. A lot of also 6th house is dealing with some problems, solving problems, helping others, serving to people, society. Maybe charity work you can do as well, like charitable projects. As well as if we talk about health, hopefully it will be some, if you are suffering from some health problem, then maybe some cure for you, like almost blissful, magical cure will come to you. It's good to think of releasing some bad habits, harmful habits. 15th of April, Mars goes to Pisces as well, joining your 6th house. So even more energy for work or for assisting and helping others, solving problems, and doing some exercise, more power and energy for healthy lifestyle. And as well, energy for, and letting go of bad habits. On the 16th, we have a full moon at the 26 degrees of your sign. So you will feel it, especially if your ascendant is around this degree. That's a full moon, which usually sheds some light, illuminates, puts us on a spotlight, especially when it's the first house. So it's about you and your relationships. There will be some news, maybe about partners and contracts, culmination in some partnerships, maybe clientele, like you finish consultation work with the client and the client can, go further in their life. But of course, it can be like a peak moment in the sense of engagement, getting married, signing this contract, doing this deal of maybe selling or buying something, or getting the new job position, right? But also it might be just a divorce or ending something which wasn't anymore useful and of a benefit for you. On the 20th, the sun goes into Taurus, illuminating again your 8th house of common shared resources, partners, incomes, family resources overall, shared business, maybe resources, and of course the topic of intimacy, pregnancy, as well as psychology. And dealing, definitely it's a good time to look for a proper like astrologer or psychologist who could help you if you're passing through a bit harsher times. On the 27th, it's a beautiful day. Venus joins Neptune at the 24th degree of Pisces. Your ruler with Neptune is about releasing, it's about forgiveness, spiritual practices, meditations, being on the nature, pamper yourself. It's your 6th house of health. So the topic again is highlighted of how do you care of your body, mind, soul, regime, right? Like if you have been overworking lately, so take a day off, go to a spa, massage, Reiki session, go to an art gallery, just, like feed your soul with positive emotions and as well as your body. On the 29th, Pluto goes retrograde. Well, Pluto, of course, is the furthest most planet in our solar system, so it's very, very slow. And when it stations, like slowing down its speed to stop, to turn and go retrograde, we feel this energy like at least a whole week. So a week, the last week of April, let's say, will be full of plutonic topics in the society. For you, this 28th degree of Capricorn, where it happens, is your 4th house of home, of family, of your inner emotions, your past memories, where you come from, your roots. Especially strongly, you will feel this Pluto stationing. If you have your IC, so the cusp, the beginning of your 4th house, around 28th degree of Capricorn, and that's about revelations. Pluto, first he swipes things under the carpet, like especially from our childhood and the past, but eventually in such moments when all the attention of the universe is towards this planet, which is like breaking in the sky, well, then it's about eruption, like a volcano or atomic bomb, when things come to light. So maybe some relationship matters with your parents, or really revisiting your homeland if you live abroad, or it's something about business and property, because Pluto is about big money, big finances, big deals, business, a lot of people involved. So some negotiations, maybe power struggles over inheritance or property overall, what to do with the property. So yeah, family matters and inner emotional things as well. On the 30th, Mercury goes into Gemini. That's your 9th house. So Mercury usually brings a lot of meetings, negotiations, contracts, agreements. So it might be about legal matters indeed. or something related to international environment, foreigners, or as well as your own way of thinking and presenting yourself to the world, publishing your, you being an expert, you being a teacher, you being a guru, you being respected and admired in the society. So maybe you will start, publishing, writing something out in internet, or just you will, enroll in a course or higher education and do a lot of studies. The same day, the 30th, we have the partial solar eclipse at 10 degrees of Taurus, which for you is the 8th house of shared finances, passive incomes, maybe from inheritance or support, or, renting your property or apartment to someone. Solar eclipses are like very massive, strong new moons, because that's a new moon with the participation of the karmic lunar node. In this case, it's Rahu, the north node, showing us the path to the future, to development, or at least Rahu is in Taurus for a year and a half, talking about you relying on shared resources, not only your own talents, skills, work, but what belongs to your partner as well, your family, your business partners, like share with others. As well, it might talk about really new life, or hopefully new life, really. So which can be, let's say, a child, a baby, pregnancy. Usually on new moons, I advise people to think of their wishes, write them down, set intentions. So that's kind of active participation, right? But around eclipses, it's more about destiny thing. Really karmic events happen around us. So it's important to, keep it cool, keep it calm, go with the flow, be attuned to what's going on around you, kind of not fight it, but be mindful that the universe is doing its course correction during the eclipse time. So just to gently, hopefully, push us back to the initial plan that the soul had for our incarnation here, right? So that was the forecast for you for April, dear Libras. I hope this information is interesting and helpful for you. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Have a really beautiful, empowering April, and I will see you soon. Bye.